everyone, welcome back to Project Happy Home. For those of you who are new here, I'm Tanya, a doctor lawyer turned homeschool mom of 3 kids ages 9, 6, and 4. If you're interested in videos about secular homeschooling, raising a child with ADHD, and living a more essentialist lifestyle, you have come to the right place, so be sure to hit that subscribe button down below the video. In today's video, I'll be going over Skill Sharpeners Grammar and Punctuation for Grade 2 from Evan-Moor. Now, I'm an affiliate of Evan-Moor, and what that means is that if you click on the affiliate link in the description box down below to look into this workbook or any other Evan-Moor workbook and you purchase something, I do receive a small commission. However, I am not an employee of Evan-Moor, and so all my opinions are my own. Evan-Moor has sent me this workbook in exchange for my honest review, and I will give you my honest opinion. We plan on using this workbook for my rising second grader. She's sort of a first grader, second grader hybrid, and I am excited to try out this book with her. So this book provides a variety of different reading selections, activities, and word games that all increase your child's ability to use proper grammar and punctuation. So it goes through in the contents and tells you the different story titles. The book is about 131 pages long. And it opens and you have a format where it's very colorful, if you can see the flip through, like all the other Skill Sharpeners books. And here you have a little story to read. I like how they put different keywords or words that might be a little bit more difficult or new to the child in color. And then they have a grammar section for questions and a punctuation section for questions. It starts out pretty simple with singular nouns and plural nouns and then some end punctuation. It goes on with singular and plural nouns. So you can see all these first few pages, the grammar rule is about singular and plural nouns. You have these little boxes at the top that have a little teaching selection, and then you have the activity. As you can tell, the activities are very, very swift. So Skill Sharpeners workbooks do not take a long time in general. Here you have packing a lunch, so you have to write in the plural forms and then you can draw the foods in the lunchbox if you want. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Activities like this, you really should adjust them for your child. So some children will consider it a slog to both write the word and draw the picture. Some children won't want to draw the picture, and in that case, I suggest to you that you let them not draw the picture. And even with the writing, if you have a child who's resisting writing that day or at that moment, don't make them cry and scream to write it down if you know they already have that skill. If you have other ways of teaching them that skill, you might want to just let them say it to you, and that way you know they know the difference as well. Part of the resistance in the homeschool community to workbooks and worksheets is this imagined existence where parents are just making their children slog through workbook pages from dawn to dusk. But you can go through information that's presented in these books in a very swift way and a very kind way if you respond to the needs of your children. It's also nice to see how many different learning modalities workbooks like this address and how you can adjust for your child. You are not bound by the page and a pencil, and I think that's important to remember when you go over workbook pages. Here you have sentences with singular and plural noun errors. You can read each sentence and write the sentence correctly. With writing, etc., if your child resists writing in a workbook page, make it fun for that day and have them write it on the chalkboard or make them write it on a dry erase board or something like that. There are so many ways to make it creative. Here you have what's the punctuation. So there's this little reading the sentence and just marking whether the sentence matched with the end mark that they put there. So yes or no. All reviewing the same type of grammar rules, but in different types of activities. And here you have a color shift for the margin and another story and another grammar rule. So now you're talking about irregular plurals, etc. I'm just going to flip through so you get a good idea of how this book looks. I like how as they change the grammar rules and the stories, the color of the margins change. It gives you a nice little visual reminder that you're on to a new topic now. I also like that they talk about real people, like different astronauts and things like that. Some of the stories are nonfiction in here. There's addresses, adverbs, grammar rules. At the end of every single story section, there is a review page. So this generally doesn't present a new rule. It goes over whatever rules have been presented for that story. There's a language handbook at the end, which is really nice to save because it has all of these different concepts isolated into different rule boxes. And then there's a full color answer key at the back, which makes it really easy to grade. I like having the older kids grade the younger kids' work, so this makes it super easy for them. So this is basically Skills Sharpeners, Grammar and Punctuation for Grade 2 from Evan-Moor, and this book is available from pre-K all the way through 6th if you have kids in different grades. If you'd like to check this book out or any other Evan-Moor books, be sure to hit my affiliate link in the description box down below. I would really appreciate it. And I appreciate your time, so thank you for spending some of it with me, and I wish you the very best day.